Good morning. I am going to do a little gardening. Nope, we're starting that over. Hey guys, how's it going? I want to do some garden maintenance today. I decided to throw on long sleeves and long pants for some reason. And then I looked at the forecast once I got out here and it says it's going to be 90 degrees today. So probably not the best choice, but it is what it is. Garden maintenance today. I don't want to be out here super long if it's going to be in the 90s. I just want to be out here for a little bit. I'm hoping to be out here I got out later than I would like to get out. I'm not even going to tell you what time it is. So a little bit of garden maintenance. The hopseed bush that I have, not this one, I have another one. I want to limit up into a tree form, kind of like this is, so that way I can plant underneath it. And then I would also like to trim back the pokeweed that's there today. And then just kind of a little bit of garden maintenance. I really need to cut that branch off that willow tree, the really, really big one. But I don't know if that's going to be a project for today. We're going to get through these two things first and then kind of go from there. And then maybe it'll be something that I do this evening. I don't know. We shall see. Anyways, let me show you the hopseed bush that I really want to take care of. So right here is our hopseed bush. And it's huge. It's absolutely massive. That's pretty close to mature size, I would say. She does have a little bit of a lean to her, so I would like to correct that today. I would also like to come in and pretty much everything from right about here, maybe a little higher, I would like to take off. And I would like to take it off so that way I have planting space underneath it. While it's beautiful, I want to be able to grow things underneath it and around it, and this kind of hinders that a little bit. So I would like to be able to, I've got a tree right there. I've got a dwarf, some type of pine. I can't even remember what it is, but it's being swallowed. So I would like that to be exposed a little bit more. So limb that up really, really high. I'm thinking like even that branch that's coming out a little bit might need to come out. I want to keep it right about fence line like the other one that I have. Like, see this one that I have? This one's limbed a little bit lower, but it's a really nice shape. As this one continues to grow, I will come in and like slowly limb this one up a little bit. But I think on the other one, we're going to just start a little bit higher. I think we're going to come up to about there, which this one honestly probably could start to be taken off some of those lower branches because it has put on some good growth. And then this is the pokeweed that I want to come in and cut. The berries, some of them have started to turn purple, which is not great, but a lot of them are still forming, which is a really good time to come in and cut these off. But see these purple ones, those ones stain and kind of ruin everything. And they're not the safest. So I do want to go ahead and pull those, but you can see they're starting to hang over the fence a little bit. I don't mind the look of them. I just don't want them hanging over the fence. And I want to get them before the berries change color too. Well, I really like how that looks. The issue is I don't know if this thing's gonna survive. So I'm gonna treat it, and I'm not gonna go an organic route. I gotta just figure out what I am gonna spray, but look at this. All the bark has fallen off. I'm covered in ants. So what scale does is it gets under the bark. See that? See all those? Those are all scale. They're a hard-bodied insect, and they suck the life out of the tree. And let me show you right here. So see all of this? Look at, they're ripping the bark off the tree to suck the sap out of it. And the ants are coming through and totally protecting it. And they're everywhere. Look at, see, not great. So I'm gonna get in here and smush as many as I can but they are tucked into every nook and cranny on this thing, because the bark should be like this where it doesn't rub off, but it is just coming off because there's scale underneath all of it, and then there's ants, and you can see there's one scale right there. So I'm a little bit heartbroken right now over this. You can see they're in this crack right here, and the bark is just coming off because they're under the bark. So that's the hard part, is you don't notice them because they're under the bark and because they're the same color as the bark. So I gotta come through. I'm gonna try to smush as many as I can, and then I'm also going to, oh goodness gracious, oh my gosh. Okay, I do like the way that looks better. I like how it's limbed up and I can kind of see back there. It means that I can plant some low growing things down here and then still be able to enjoy the tree. I am not gonna hold my breath that it survives. I will be more shocked if it does survive with how much of the bark is like lifted off. There was already bark damage on this thing from last year. I had scale last year. It was not on this scale. And so I thought that I had gotten on top of it. I actually had gotten on top of it and I did take care of it. But the ants are farming the scale, and so they must have found them somewhere else and brought them back. Brent is inside right now ordering what I need to treat the scale for the end of their life. Is that the words I'm looking for? Yes. Yeah, he's looking for treatment for those guys, and he's going to order it online right now. And then I'm going to spray it. There is a lot of bark missing on this tree, so I will be shocked if it survives. I will be very happy if it survives, but I also won't be shocked if it doesn't make it. If it doesn't make it, it's not the end of the world. It's a couple years old. It's absolutely massive. They grow really, really quickly. What I will do is I will plant another one. If it doesn't make it, I'll probably buy one that's a little bit more established. Like I bought the one over by the aviary. I'll buy another one that's a little bit more established. This one's kind of cool because it's got like kind of like a funky trunk to it, which I really do like. But if that's life, that's life. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing, cutting back the pokeweed. I'm gonna just grab my big loppers and just start lopping everything right at the fence line, let it drop, and then I will pick it all up and I will add it to my pile. If we're being honest, the yard waste containers are completely full, so I don't know where I'm gonna put all these. All just probably gonna stay in a pile until I can get my yard waste picked up. Brent came out and he's spraying neem oil right now on the entire thing to try to take care of the scale issue. So we're also gonna order something it's a systemic. I'll put a link to it in the description down below, but right now we're just trying to douse the entire thing as much as possible with neem oil. Turns out we didn't have to order anything. I had to change. It was getting hot out here. A long sleeve was not the right decision. I was being optimistic. We didn't have to order anything. We used this. It's the Monterey once a year insect control. We were using this on our neighbor's tree to deal with aphids, and it was working beautifully on their pecan tree. Nobody was eating the pecans, so we weren't worried about it. And our neighbors knew that we were using this on their tree. If you're gonna get the stuff and use it, you need to make sure that it works for the tree that you're using it for and the insects that you're using it for. This works for hopseed bushes, and it works for scale, the hard scale and the soft scale, and it also works on the babies. Poor little guys. So it's a systemic, so basically you pour it at the roots, the tree sucks it up, and then when the bugs suck the sap out of the tree, they don't make it. So hopefully that takes care of that. Hopefully that tree can recover. We'll see. Like I said, you're supposed to do this once a year, so I'm gonna do this to all of the hop seeds. Brent already did that one. I will do the other ones. You just mix it according to the instructions for the tree and for how much you need. So this stuff works great. I paid 28 bucks for this. I think this was like 2 years ago. I have no clue what it costs now though. But look at all of that space that I have down there to plant. Isn't that exciting? I can get lots of like flowers in there, which is really, really nice. What I'm gonna do, I have no clue. I didn't even plan for what I was gonna plant in that area, but now I have room for all kinds of flowers. And my yard does smell like neem oil right now, and I don't love that smell. Neem oil has definitely a distinct smell to it, and it's not my favorite. Now, I'm gonna grab the big loppers and just take care of that really quickly. so easy. It looks so much better. It's not hanging over. I like the green. It helps hide the roof line a little bit, which is really nice. But yes, it is pokeweed. It's invasive. I don't care. I really like how it looks not on my property. I enjoy the borrowed view of it. And so I've got my little pile there. I'm gonna leave it over tucked into that corner. My hands are stained from the berries. They will stay stained for probably the next few days from them. I probably should have gotten out here maybe like 4 or 5 days ago and done that, and then the berries wouldn't have been that ripe color, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the staining. I will pick this up this evening and I'll put that in the yard waste bin. I will find room. I don't want that just lying around, so it's gonna sit there the rest of the day, but it should be fine. It's the very, very end of the day now. It got a little hot for me. I just was like, we're not doing that. So I thought that since it's the end of the day, some things need to be cut back. I cut this back not that long ago, and it shot up with this growth right here. So this is Eugenia. I've got this one to cut back, and I do have another one that I also want to trim today. It's still a little warm, but at least it's cooling down enough that these guys should be okay. I'm using the WorkPro tool. I've talked about this thing a million times. I love this thing. It's been sitting outside. The blades have started to rust a little bit, which I expected with me leaving it outside and leaving it close to where our misters are. I have not charged this thing since it came out of the box, and I have used it 8, 9 times, probably 10 times, and it seems to still have battery. So I have yet to charge it. We will see if I can actually get this one trimmed and the other Eugenia trimmed. I gotta grab my tripod so you guys can hang out with me. Perfect. This one has its shape back a little bit. I have a mess down there. I will probably clean up at some point. And this actually has its shape back though. And so when I moved this thing over here, it was starting to completely defoliate. And I think it's because it wasn't getting enough sun. But see all of this fresh, bright, green, shiny growth? That's all brand new growth. And it is coming all over it. So this thing only gets morning sun. And before, I don't think it was really getting any sun. So I think it was actually just getting afternoon sun. And I don't think it liked that too much. So it seems to be happier here. It's putting out a really good flush. And this is a 3-ball one. And then over here is my 2-ball one. And this one only gets afternoon sun. And I also don't think it enjoys that very much because it's starting to crisp up a little bit. But that's okay. It also did the weird thing of shooting up a lot of growth up top, and I don't know why it did that. So this might be something I moved this winter time, because it probably needs to be moved. And then when I cut off the top of that one, I held on to all of these, and I kind of thought, wow, those are gorgeous. Let's go ahead and strip off the lower leaves and throw them in a vase and see if we can hunt down a couple flowers. I'm even thinking just those dahlias that I have over there, the palm ones, might be beautiful. So I'm gonna run to the greenhouse really quick, grab my bucket of water, throw these in there, and then, I'm gonna grab a bucket and put some water in it, throw these in there, and then go harvest a couple dahlias and just keep it simple. I'm really loving having some type of floral arrangement in the greenhouse. And I'm gonna put this one on the table, I think. gonna leave it right here on the table. I think that's a great way to enter into the greenhouse. I love these little palm dahlias. I think they're so pretty. Even these ones that are a little bit faded, you can see they've got a little bit of, even these ones that are a little bit faded, you can see they got a little bit of burn on them, but really, do you notice? No. It's really pretty. Who knew you could just turn some clippings from a topiary into a floral arrangement, just tucking in a couple dahlias. I don't know, I just love having florals in here. I love having floral arrangements. I'm gonna probably end up keeping one right here on the table. When we get our counters in, I'll probably always have one. And then I am really enjoying having a couple in here. The dahlias have already faded. This has been a couple days with these guys. I don't know what that was a rock. Dahlias have faded. They're dropping all their pollen, so funny. So it's probably time to replace those also, but that can be for me to do tomorrow. And I think that that's where we're gonna end the day today. One of the neighbors called us and said that they needed us to come over to their house. So we will see what that's all about. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna go make dinner after we go to the neighbor's house. I'm locking up the greenhouse for the night. Thank you guys so much for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.